I'm Mervyn. I'm Special Advisor for Age Concern and Help the Aged, so clearly my interest is what's happening to older people. And if you ask older people whether they feel they're in fuel poverty or not, they probably think you've gone completely cracked. What they do know about is how much it costs them to keep adequately warm and to trade off that with keeping themselves properly fed. They're living on very tight budgets. And if we can't actually help them to cut down the amount of food they're eating, then we ought to be able to help cut down the amount of fuel that they're using. So that's the challenge. I think where Help the Aged and Age Concern come in is to be able to help with benefit take-up, with helping people to maximise their income. Many organisations offer benefit health checks, but it's embarrassing and it's an intrusive experience. And I think a lot of older people are put off by the idea of revealing their financial life to people who are total strangers. But if we can bring that sort of slightly more on your side touch to the whole business of helping them to improve their incomes, then that at least will give them the cushion to afford the fuel that they need to be consuming to keep themselves adequately warm and adequately healthy. The biggest challenge is actually to persuade people to do something about it. Too many of our older populations say, listen, I've lived for 6 or 7 or 8 decades on this planet. I've lived through cold winters before, and I'm still alive now. What they don't realise is that as they are getting older, their bodies are not responding to the cold in the same way as they did as younger bodies, and that it is actually damaging for their health. And persuading people to actually take some real action when the technologies are quite simple, the processes are a little bit messy, but the benefits are enormous, and that's the hurdle I think we've got to get over primarily. I think the exciting thing about Challenge 100 is what it's teaching us about the limitations of the programs that we have at the moment. It's showing us that the different bits and pieces of programs that the government have introduced or persuaded the energy companies to introduce or that local authorities have implemented are all doing parts of the work, but nothing's doing the whole business. And Challenge 100 is really looking hard at this question of, there's you're a human being, you're in this particular house. Now, how do we make you and the house fit each other and work for each other? We're going to see our ageing population grow and grow. We're going to see energy prices grow and grow. We've got to make these problems resolvable. And that is what I hope Challenge 100 will help us to do.